Frequent flyer flies, la 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 la. Frequent flyers back.
What's up? You checking out the Frequent Flyer? Welcome back to the channel. Smash the like button to show your support. If you're new to the channel, I'd like to extend the warmest welcome back out here in this little parking lot right here to show you guys another drone. This time a little trick that I've done. This right here, well, I guess you can call this a tip, not a trick. What this is right here, this is the Wingsland S6, and the Wingsland S6 is no longer available, unfortunately, guys, but that's not really important. This guy, they kind of were trying to get rid of the stock and all, because that company Wingsland is discontinuing this drone. They have discontinued it as of now. And this drone here, it was on sale for 25 bucks on Amazon. I think it was $30 at Banggood or whatnot. And so was it really steal to get this drone? This is a fully functional GPS drone with it has an obstacle avoidance module, but good luck with trying to find that thing if you have one of these, because I have been not able to get any of the accessories for this thing. Let me stop telling you guys about this because it's not available anymore. The tip that I have is, if you have one of these little gaming devices, this here is a Retroid Pocket 3 Plus, by the way, and this is a little Android gaming system here. It has the little analog sticks and all. They have various different little consoles that you can play Android games on, like this. Some with Hall sensor gimbals and all. This one does not have Hall sensor sticks, but these sticks are pretty good though. And my little tip is, if you have a drone that works with Android and it has on-screen controls and you don't have a physical controller with it, you can get away with using this thing as a physical controller, because it allows for you to map anything on the screen to these buttons and sticks here. And so that's exactly what I have done to fly this S6, because this S6 does not come with a controller option. I have seen someone bind this thing to another one of Wingsland's drones that comes with an optional controller. And so if you're able to get your hands on a different Wingsland controller, you may be able to fly this thing with that. If you have one of these, if you lucked up and was able to grab one of these. For the most part, this is the best way I see to fly this thing. I'm just going to demonstrate for you guys how you can fly this thing with this little Retroid Pocket 3 Plus. Okay, so I wanted to show y'all in here because it was a little hard to see it outdoors. And so check it out. We got the sticks mapped on the screen there. So whenever I do anything with the sticks, it shows up on the screen, registers for the aircraft to move. And I even have this button set up to take off and all. So let me show you guys how to do that on this Retro Pocket 3 Plus. And so you just slide this thing over there. You touch that there, which is to map the on-screen controls. You can make them larger or smaller. Let me just make this one go away so I can do it again and show you guys how it's done. It's not really showing that well on here, but these little icons lining up there on that console there lets you know the options that you have for creating buttons or sticks. I'm going to create the right stick by touching that. I'm going to just move this out the way, and the right stick shows up there, little R on it. So I put it up there. You can, oops, I didn't mean to do that. You can tap on it and do other options within that little circle there. But you can also make this thing larger by touching on the outer edge of it and expanding it, so you can make it smaller or larger or whatever you're trying to do. But then you just move it in the place where you want it to be, and then you hit that little folder with the check on it there, and then it remembers. So every time I open this app now, these are going to be set up, mapped to this screen here, to this app. And so you can also do the various buttons for different things too. Let me just do a button just to show you guys. And so these are the buttons. The first little icon there, not really sure, it's all washed out on the screen there, but there is a button there. So I tap that button, move it out the way, the button is there. And so I can map that button over here for the settings. And so now that I have that button sitting over there, any button that I press, any physical button, it's going to turn into that button. So we're going to register the X button. Boom. So that X button opens the settings menu now. We're going to hit that folder with the check on it again. And now if we hit this X button, it registers with the settings button. And so let's go out of there. And so you can map all your buttons and keys and joysticks, even this cross pad there, to on-screen controls. This is the part I hate. I hate putting my phone up on this hat cam here because my phone is pretty heavy now, and I always fear that it could fall. And these mosquitoes out here eating me alive. But anyhow, let's get this thing fired up. So we're gonna turn this thing on. I'm gonna go to the app. Let's see, Wingsland app. There it is right there. Sheesh, this mosquito won't go away. We're gonna turn this on. Open it up. Spread the wings out like that. Go to this Wingsland app. Okay, so what we're gonna do, we're gonna wait for this thing to make a Wi-Fi hotspot. We're gonna connect to that Wi-Fi hotspot as soon as it shows up on here. See, we don't have anything showing up yet. We're on guest Wi-Fi from something. Okay, there it is, Wingsland. We're going to tap on that. So now we should be connected to the Wingsland. Sheesh, mosquito was on me. So we're going to try to fly this thing. Select without the prop guards. Hopefully it'll let me fly this thing without calibrating it. I was trying to fly this thing before and was unable to because I hadn't calibrated it. But let's see if it'll take off this time. Okay, it's taking off for us. I should have gone in and taken this thing off of beginner. Let's try to land it. Oh, they're trying to make me do the return to home. I'm not trying to do that. I just want to land this guy. Shoot, they don't want to land. A few moments later. Breaking the roll with that thing. It don't want to land for me. Okay, sheesh. It says it's not in beginner mode, but this thing is still pretty slow. So y'all are super slow. Let's see if we can turn, well, let's try to do some video actually. telling me to land this thing. Been fooling around with it long enough, I guess. I wonder if it'll try to return to home, because this is a GPS drone. It has 15 satellites connected right now. I wouldn't want it to try to go up in the air. Oh, it's flashing red. I guess I better land it, y'all. Okay, so it has an automatic landing and takeoff button here. I have that mapped to this left shoulder, and so now when I hit this left shoulder, it'll just land and I won't have that problem with it bouncing around. I had this thing bouncing up and down on the road, not understanding how you're supposed to land this thing. So you're supposed to use the app for everything. You're not supposed to manually try to land this thing by pulling the joystick on the left down. That's all I wanted to show you guys, is that little tip, that you're able to fly this little S6 or any camera drone or app controlled drone or anything on Android with this little Retroid Pocket 3 Plus. Thanks for watching.